I need to announce this year's Voice for Equality honoree. This is our highest honor, and this year we are recognizing Chasten Buttigieg. You know, we look back on 2020 and it has had some ups and some downs, but when you look at this election season, one of the most remarkable things was for the first time we had a top tier LGBTQ candidate for president in Pete Buttigieg. And what a ride that was with Mayor Pete. And one of the things that made that so impactful was that every step of the way by Mayor Pete's side was his husband, Chasten Buttigieg. And so the country didn't just see a gay candidate, they saw an LGBTQ family. They got to see firsthand that the love we share is no different from and every bit as beautiful as the love of other families right there on that main stage. And Chasten is also just so relatable to all of us because it didn't all come easily for him. He experienced a really tough time with his family when he came out at just 18 years old in a family in Michigan. His parents were not accepting, his brothers were not accepting. He moved out of the home. He was basically couch surfing, homeless for some time then. Took a while, but his mom eventually reached out and said, come home. And he did, but that's not like the fairy tale ending. I know that family, like many of ours, has had to continue to work forward and reconcile. And it's about Chasten having the courage to be his authentic self, even under those circumstances, and be out. And he became a teacher. And you know how important LGBTQ young people are to the work of Equality Florida and how important our teachers are. And just think of what an incredible hero Chasten Buttigieg must have been in the classroom, you know, standing up and standing tall. And one of the things that Chasten says over and over that he's learned and that he wants to share with the world, that he wants to share in this role, going through the world with Mayor Pete, is the power of telling your own story. And he has told his beautifully, he wrote a best-selling book about it called I Have Something to Tell You, which I imagine is the way he started that conversation with his parents when he came out when he was 18 years old. I know Chasten and Pete's story is really just beginning. I will say that Politico voted Chasten the winner of the what is the right word? Presidential Partner Award, first mate award during the very large field primary. And we could not be more excited today of all days to have with us for our Broward celebration, Voice for Equality honoree, Chasten Buttigieg, everyone.
Hello to all my friends in Florida, and first let me just say thank you so much for this recognition. I'm sorry that we cannot all be together in person today to celebrate, especially on this day, especially on this historic day with the election of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I know we are all breathing a deep sigh of relief. I, for one, am so excited for what this means for the future of LGBTQ plus equality in America. I'm also humbled by the idea of receiving an award for being myself. I definitely did not grow up sitting on my mother's knee saying, gosh, I hope I marry someone who runs for president one day. But boy, what an adventure this past year or two has been. Being at Pete's side, oftentimes away from him on the campaign trail, traveling the country, getting to know people and listening to their stories, I was reminded just how important it is to tell our own stories. And that's why I came out every day on the campaign trail, meeting with LGBTQ plus people from coast to coast, listening to their stories and telling my own, because there is power in sharing our own stories. I remember sitting at a table in Tulsa, Oklahoma, listening to the story of a young man who was kicked out of his home, who walked in the middle of the night and slept outside the Oklahoma Equality Center, only knowing that that was the safe space for him to go in Tulsa, and being reminded how important it was that should Pete be elected president, I had to carry his story to the White House as well. It is due time that we had leadership in Washington that reflects the diversity of this country and says that yes, LGBTQ lives matter, that Black lives matter, trans lives matter. And that is why we are all here. And that is why I'm so glad and delighted to celebrate with you today and to acknowledge you for all of the hard work you're doing in Florida on the ground to help tell other people's stories and to keep them safe. It has been an honor being out on the trail with Pete, traveling the country, listening to people, and getting to be, I guess, in a way, somebody I wish I would have had growing up. Somebody who goes on television and kisses his husband on the cheek and doesn't give a damn what Rush Limbaugh thinks about it. I hope that we can all find solace in these next few days, that our country is headed in the right direction, and that there is tremendous power when we come together as a community and as a country. Thank you so much for this recognition. Thank you so much for this award. I also have to say, I think it is much more beautiful than many of the awards that Peter has on the shelf. So, Lev.
Well, I get to do the honors. So congratulations, Lev, the Voice of Equality Award from Equality Florida. What a beautiful award.
Thank you. Yeah, it is absolutely great. Come on in. Thank you so much, friends in Florida. I hope that very soon Pete and I can celebrate with you in person. But until then, my sincere gratitude for everything that you are doing on the ground in Florida to help protect LGBTQ lives and tell our stories. So thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Congratulations, Lev.
Thank you.